Hi, how's it going? Merciless Vaughn here again with another video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at this premium Lisa that came out in 2022. This is another unit that came out that year that I didn't really do a 1 year later showcase. She's coming up on 2 years old now, so I just thought I'd just go ahead and do another video. I wanted to see how well she holds up in today's meta of Bleach Brave Souls. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you've been here for a while, subscribe and help me get to 300 subscribers. I'm making my way there. Now with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. And so, as you can see, this Lisa is a heart unit with the Soul Reaper and Hollow affiliation. She has the Quincy Killer, a killer you really won't see often, but in the current IT it is Quincy enemy, so this unit will have killer, which is great. The soul trait is a soul trait you will see on most SP units, which is the strong attack recharge time minus 12%. Take a quick look at her skills. She is a melee unit with lacerate and paralysis on all of her abilities, except for her Nash ring. Her Nash ring only has lacerate, but we really won't be using that since she is an SP unit. She does have damage to lacerated enemies 40%. She does have Havoc, and her Frenzy is only at +1. That's the thing about these 2022 units. You know, most of the units that came out that year only have Frenzy +1. Nowadays, units are coming out with Frenzy +2, which is pretty much the norm. And she does have the increased status chance against hard attribute enemies, and she does have the status element spiritual pressure boost skill, my favorite combination of skills on any character. And she does increase mind attribute character strong attack damage by 20%, so her strong attacks will always be doing 20% more damage. So for a unit that came out in 2022 and is almost, 2 years old, these 3 skills right here alone are pretty good. And also the damage lacerated enemies is just, a good addition to her kit as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The build we will be using... Oh wait, I only have 2 copies of this unit, so her SP and focus will be at level 10. Now for the build... Oh, hold on, I gotta put it on. Alright, so as for the build, we will be using the T-set, Fortification Pill, and the Lieutenant's Badge. As for the character links, just some recharge strong attack, cooldown, and full stamina damage links, as you can see here. And as for the bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost, and the +200 SP. And yeah, that's it for the character skills, bonus abilities, accessories, and character links. Let's go ahead and jump into some content to see what she can do. Alright, so here we are in a co-op IT. As I mentioned, it is Quincy enemies this time, and since she has the Quincy Killer, she will have killer. And so, as you can see here, this unit, she's doing some pretty good damage. The increased status chance and the spiritual pressure boost alongside the 20% increased mind attribute character strong attack damage. Yeah, she's doing really good. I've said it multiple times, but I'll just go ahead and say it again. Just having that combination of skills, the spiritual pressure boost with the increased status chance is just, really great on any unit. It will give that character lots of longevity, because we're clearing this with no problems, really. I mean, just take a look at it. So the few bad things about this unit is she's not immune to any status elements, so you do have to be careful of that. She's a 2022 unit, so she really will only have Frenzy +1, which is just less hits on this strong attacks. And am I missing anything else? No form of healing. She doesn't have any form of healing at all. She does have Sprinter +1s, which is not too bad, but it will make it a little bit difficult for her to move around the map. Like some other units that can, like Stride and Sprinter +1 and Sprinter +2. So yeah, she won't really be all that mobile, so you really have to just, kind of play it safe. Alright, so here we are in another IT ROM. I skipped the Soul Bomb scene last run, so in this run, when we get to that last room, I'll play it out, then I'll skip it for the rest of the video. I kind of just didn't mean to skip it there. A great thing about this unit is that this was a premium end of month banner unit, so you are able to get this unit from the BBS tickets. So at the time of her release, if you pretty much got her from those tickets, it was definitely a great setup, because she was definitely one of the strongest units in the game. And at the time of her release, my units were kind of like, in my opinion, the weakest attribute in the game at the time. But so getting her that year and also getting the 7th anniversary Ichigo, it just really, you know, made mine one of the stronger attributes just with those two releases, because those were some pretty good characters. And so yeah, even though she's older now, this is still a great pickup that you can get from the BBS tickets. I mean, she's very usable. And you know, Quincy is one of the newer types of IT enemies that we've gotten. Before, it really didn't go up against Quincy or human enemies, but you know, they pretty much added those enemies to IT. So now if you do get like units with the Quincy and human killer, it's not all that too bad, because it'll be good in IT. But at the time, it didn't really matter because she did have the increased status chance skill. We will do a couple more runs here with this unit having killer. These runs are going pretty much fast. Most of the units that I've used in this current IT have not had killer, and the runs have been probably just about as fast because, you know, they're more modern units, but you know, just having that extra killer effect really helps out. So obviously this unit will have a disadvantage out of killer, but you know, really won't matter in my opinion, just because the increased status chance and also the spiritual pressure boost is just a great combination. You'll probably get tired of me saying it, but I'll just keep saying it over and over again because, you know, it's just really good. And then now with units getting both that and the gauge effect, yeah, this is going to be a really good combination. I really want them to release like more OP NAD units like that 1000-year Blood War Eisen that I did a video on not too long ago. If we get more NAD units like that, that would just be really good. And me personally, I just prefer, you know, NAD units over SP units, because you really don't have to run around, wait for your strong attacks to get all cooled down. You just go ahead and use that NAD string. You know, I did use that 1000-year Blood War Eisen in the current Limit Breaker quest that I think is still up, but it'll probably be going away in a couple of days. He was just doing insane amounts of damage, even to those, you know, just really extreme tanky enemies in there as well. So we did lose a lot of health, so we can just kind of take a look at her damage without force down. Skip the Soul Bomb cutscene. She doesn't really have a lot of damage on her Soul Bomb, but you know, it's going to get the job done, just inflicting status elements. Alright, so this will be the last run for the video. I practically talked about and showed everything that there is to this 2-year-old unit. Well, she's not 2 years old yet, but she's getting there. A free unit that you can get from the BBS tickets with 3 great skills, which is the increased status chance, spiritual pressure boost, and increased strong attack damage 20%. Yeah, definitely a good unit. Downsides: no source of healing, only frenzy +1 in a meta where, you know, frenzy +2 is just pretty much the norm, and also not immune to any status elements. That's not really all that good as well. But other than that, yeah, right now she has killer, but this IT will be changing up here in a couple of days. So if you have this unit, feel free to take advantage of her now and get those easy IT runs in. Yeah, don't have a lot to say about this unit. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of like 2022 units that I have not done. I would very much like to get those units finished here soon. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these late 1 year later showcase videos. You know, we still have got a few months until the Bleach Bracelets anniversary. So yeah, gotta do something here. Alright, so that was a brief showcase of this unit. Yeah, she's good. Lacerating paralysis are really good, you know, just offensive. Well, not really offensive, but you know, kind of crowd control status elements. Paralyze will, you know, just paralyze the enemy, stop them from moving. Lacerate, it will stop those you know, bosses just from using their abilities. So yeah, definitely some good status elements. You know, I mean, it's nothing compared to weakening and drain, which, you know, can just debuff the enemies and only do 1 damage, and you know, drain will heal you. And yeah, she does have the increased damage to lacerated enemies. And these 3 skills right here will just make any unit good, in my opinion. And so that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.